Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to my collectibles guide for Resident Evil 3 Remake. This is going to be one long video for all of the collectibles in the game. You can do all of them in one playthrough, not like the second one where you need to do several playthroughs because they're tied to different characters. We will be playing as different characters, but it's still all one playthrough. There's only one story going on here. We're going to be getting all of the weapons, all of the hip pouches, all of the bobbleheads, all of the story files, and all of the safes, lockers, strongboxes, and pickable locks. They're all under one trophy. So these are all the trophy-related things, the collectibles, but we will be getting some extra as well. For example, we only need one of the hip pouches, but we'll be getting all of the rest as well because they will come in handy. Along with improving a weapon upgrades, you only need one of those, but we'll be collecting all 10 of those as well. Again, they're going to come in handy. This game is linear. There is just one path you're going down the whole time. Once you leave an area, you can't come back to it. There are some sort of opener areas like downtown and the hospital, but as soon as you leave that place, you can't go and get the rest. There is a little bit of backtracking, but not much at all. There are the usual timestamps in the description for anybody who wants to skip ahead, but this guide is probably best used all in one go because I do link all of the collectibles together because it is very linear, this game. If you do miss anything, don't worry too much because you will have to do, especially if you're going for the platinum or the 100%, you will have to do multiple playthroughs, collectibles and things like that. Save once you pick them up, so you can just get it on your second playthrough. Right, that's enough setup, let's get on with it. So after that weird dream sequence there, you'll wake up in Jill's apartment here. There are 4 quick story file collectibles here. 2 of them are on this pin board here. There's one, and then there's this picture here. This is number 2. And then just to the left of that we have number 3. There, and then behind us on the table next to the pizza is the number 4. So we're going to leave this apartment now. Once you leave, you can't come back until your next playthrough. Obviously, again, it will save if you pick it up later on. Eventually, you get to this point. Carlos will save you. He's the guy with the hair. You're supposed to follow him. He's just gone down there. Turn around and then run up here, and this is going to be the first Charlie doll. These things, they're the same as the ones from Resident Evil 2, essentially. You just shoot them, and then that's it. So you'll get your trophy there for Hello Charlie. We do need to do all 20 of those, so just keep that in mind. Then we'll get to this point here when we're in the subway station. This is all very linear, so you will come to these parts. He's going to just step outside of the subway cart, and you're going to get another collectible there. Another story file, and then as you head up here there's going to be a newsagent's or a news stand here directly ahead of us, and it's going to be a newspaper that is going to be on top of here. It's number 6. So as you can see, I'm pretty much linking all the collectibles together when I can, just so because it is linear. I don't want anyone getting lost, just to move everything together. So that's going to hopefully help you all out. And then we go up here. This is the first safe room. Here's another manual. Next is another Charlie doll. So eventually you'll get to these Moon's Donuts. When you go outside, you'll go past this toy store at the top there with a big head on it, and you'll walk down the street and you'll get to these this donut shop, and then there's going to be a Charlie doll here. We will be coming back here. We will have to do some backtracking down here in Raccoon City, so be aware of that. So go back outside from the donut shop, head up these steps. This is actually a loop. You can go the other way out the donut shop. It doesn't really matter, but you can come up here either way. There's 3 things to get in here. First of all, we have this journal here. That's another file. And then we've got a Charlie doll. He's hidden up behind these crates. And then we have the safe, which you probably saw a moment ago, but I had to go and find the code first. So we're back. The code's actually in the pharmacy for anybody who's interested. It's on a big poster in the back. And then we're going to do this safe here. It's L9, so left to number 9, stop, and then right to number 3, and then stop there, and then left to number 7. If you're using your D-pad or your directional, it's going to be opposite of what you think it is. So it's a bit of a weird one. But inside of here is going to be our first weapon upgrade. And there we go. So we do only need the one. You should see the trophy. I might have cut it there. We just get it at the end there. Gunsmith. We only need one of those, but we are getting all 10. I'm going to show you where all 10 are. So there's the pharmacy. So if you head out the door there of the room we were just in, you come down these steps and you'll head towards this railway building here. And this is going to be, there's quite a lot to get in here. Again, we'll be coming, he should be dead. He is now. We'll be coming back here again. There's a hose you'll need for the story, to move the story. We essentially need to put a fire out. You come in here to get that hose. There's going to be this memo here. And there's going to be a Charlie doll in the next room. So there's a locked cage there. And then there's a locked locker. And then there's a locked box in here. We don't have the tools we need. We need a pick lock, obviously. And then some bolt cutters. We don't have those yet. We will be getting them, and then we'll come back. There is a specific time you want to come back as well, before Nemesis turns up. So you get those two, and then you'll take your hose, you'll go to the alley that was on fire, you'll put that out, and you'll head into this repair shop. That's where the bolt cutters were. You'll go through this door that you with the bolt cutters, and something happens to this guy, and then there's a training log underneath him. So from him, we're going to head outside. Again, this is story path. You're supposed to be coming this way. So you're not going to be getting lost in this game. This is an open area. Like I said, you can backtrack, but it's still very linear. There's not many places you can go. And there's a suicide note. How charming. And then directly next to this one is going to be the electrician's note here on the wall. And then we're going to move on. So we've come round the corner from the previous ones. Just followed the path around, and it'll lead you towards this police car and these this sort of substation. And you're going to head into here. And then up the steps into the office. There's going to be, again, 3 things in here. There's going to be our first hit pouch, which is the only hit pouch you need for trophies, but we're going to get all 6 because expand your inventory, it helps a lot. So there's the first hit pouch. You're going to see me get the trophy here as well for that one. And then we're going to turn around, get a story file, which is here on the desk. And then there's going to be another sneaky little Charlie doll up on the top on the filing cabinet. I think it's a filing cabinet to the right here. Yeah, some sort of dresser areas. You can only just see him there. You can see him. You'll see him when you're in the game. Right, from here we're going to go and get another story file. We're heading outside, and then shortly after getting this story file, there's 2 here. There's one next to these plants here at the bottom, and then there's one next to the door, and then we're going to get the lockpick off the body that's behind us in the alleyway. Again, you do need to, for story purposes, because we need to get in this gate here. We're not going to go in there just yet. We're going to wait and go back, and so you're going to get the lockpick from that guy down there, and then we're just going to go and backtrack and get all of the locks done, because you go through that. If you were to go into that gate, you'd have to do a little section with some spiders, and then as you come back out, once you've done that area, Nemesis will be on you. At this point he's not, so it's best to come and do all this now. Some of it does get sort of locked off as well, so we're just backtracking the exact same path we've just done to get here. We're going to be doing these locks. You don't need to grab what's inside for it to count. Usually it's just ammo or some sort of health or something. Some of them do have something good inside, but most of the time it's not. So anything that has a chain doesn't count towards these trophies, this lock trophy. or achievement. It's anything that is locked that you need the lockpick for, or that you need to crack safes, like in the, we're going to go back to the police station from Resident Evil 2, and the safes there, and they have exactly the same codes actually. So yeah, anything like that, and then obviously the normal safes as well. So we're heading all the way back here. This is the garage we were in before, and then there's this lock here. Obviously we're just going to pick that, and then we're going to head back out towards the donut shop. So I've just jumped a bit. So head towards the donut shop. There is a lock in here, but first I'm just going to pick up this fancy box here. There's a clock tower puzzle we're going to be doing. You need to do it for a trophy, this clock tower puzzle. You don't need to do it for any of the collectible trophies, but there is some good stuff in there worth grabbing. So I'm not going to open these boxes up yet. I'm just going to show you where all three are while we're in the areas, and then we're going to open them all up once we're in front of the puzzle. Essentially, they have little crystals in them, and you just put them into place, and then it will unlock a series of prizes, essentially. So again, in the donut shop here, here's another lock. I think there's a grenade in this one, so this one's pretty good. Grenades are always good in these games. So from the donut shop, we're going to head out back. And back into this railway, the Kite Brothers Railway. So there are two things in here. There's two locks, and then there's also a weapon as well. So the chain. So we're going to just get this this locker here, do this, and then we're going to use the bolt cutters behind me to open up and get a weapon. The chain doesn't count for the locks. Again, you can check your progress on the options menu under records. You can see everything there. And there we go. So that doesn't count as a lock, but we want to be getting this shotgun. So there are 10 guns in the game. You need to collect all 10, but you'll see there I only put 1 of 4. That's because only 4 need to be collected. The rest will be given to you, or you will already have them, or whatever. So you just need to find 4. So that is 1 already. And we're going to head into this extra room here and get this lock. And now we're going to head back outside. We've gone up the stairs from the donut shop here. You can see it in the distance. And then we've got the toy shop behind us. Before we go in there, we do need to go in there. We're just going to go into this supermarket and grab another fancy box. Again, this is a lock that doesn't count for the trophy, so don't worry about it. There are a few of those. There's another gate around the corner. That doesn't count either, so don't worry about it. Just going to grab this. We'll save that for later. And now we're going to turn around and do the toy shop. So we're in exactly the same place. Donuts, supermarket, toy shop. There is a lock on this door. And then there's 3 things we need inside. The first of which is being the third fancy box. So crack this open. Where we use the box is right at the start in the first safe room. So we'll be going back there shortly and doing that. Just going to grab this file here, which is this poster. Your Charlie Bobbling Head Dolls. And then of course there's going to be one of those in here. So if you turn around with this awesome Easter egg here, Mega Man, the original artwork, which was, yeah, if you played the NES, you'll know what I mean. That's Mega Man 1 before he changed. So we're going to head back to the railway station, to the tram station, and get this puzzle done and just get another lock. So you can see there we're going to get a tactical shotgun weapon upgrade and a hip pouch. These are 2 of the prizes for doing this. Here it is ahead of us here, this clock tower puzzle. So we'll pick those 3 crystals up. We're going to open each of them up now. So you just open up the front, examine them, and then open up the front, and they're each going to have a different colour in. So we've got the red, green, I think it's blue. Obviously may not be in that order. No, it's purple. Oh, blue. That's definitely purple to me. But I could be wrong. There we go, green. So now that we have all three of those, you're going to go step up and put them in here. Start with the green. I'm just going clockwise. Doesn't really matter. We put them in. I'm gonna get a grenade first. And then you put the blue one in. Or purple. I'm saying that's purple. It might be because I've had to bump the exposure a bit. You're going to get the tactical stock for the shotgun after doing that. And then we're going to finish it off with the red one. And doing that is going to give us the hip pouch along with the trophy for completing this puzzle. There is a trophy for finishing it there, power stones. So you'll want to be doing that anyway, even if the stuff inside is not needed for a trophy. And then next to that is a lockbox. And that is us done with the backtracking. And we're going to head all the way back to where we got the lockpick. I've skipped ahead here, but you should know the path. You've done it twice now. So there's the guy that gave us the lockpick. There was the plants and things. We're going to head in here. So there he is. So this does count. This is one of the locks, one of the yellow locks. It does count towards the trophy. But you do need to come in here anyway, and there are a bunch of spiders. So I've just been in and had a look. Notice there are a buttload of spiders, so watch out for these guys. They're everywhere, and they're a pain to hit, actually. I missed that one. So I just give up. Nope. Yeah, because they jump up and they're down, then they grab you and they hit you. There are quite a few in here. But luckily there's only one collectible. You will need to go around and hit those sort of fuse boxes there. There's 3 of those, so you do have to, unfortunately, for story reasons, deal with the spiders. Just one story file in here, though. So we're going to move on. After you leave there and you've done everything, this guy is going to turn up, the infamous Nemesis. Once he first attacks you, when you have this first encounter, shoot him until he goes down like that, and he's going to drop one of these supply cases. Once you do that, you'll also get the Nemesis Down trophy as well. But inside the case, which I'm opening after the fight, is going to be another weapon upgrade, the extended magazine for the handgun. And then we're going to go straight onto the second fight with him and do the same again. He's going to drop another box. And this one's going to have the moderator or a silencer for the handgun. So he doesn't actually turn up too much, Nemesis. He's not as persistent. Well, he's damn persistent, but he doesn't chase you as much as Mr. X did. But eventually you'll end up down in these sewers. You'll get split up. You'll come back, sort of sacrifice yourself for the greater good of the others, and you'll end up in the sewers. Grab that map in there. Doesn't count for a trophy, but I'm just showing you where it is. Again, this is where we were. That's where the sewer map just was. It's a safe room in there. We're going to be heading down and getting a story file. Thankfully, there isn't too much sewers in this game. So that's always a good thing. Never a fan of sewers in games, really. Grab this story file here. Another story file. So once you grab that one, you'll slide down here. You have to come down here, and then we'll be in. There's these big enemies are going to appear. You're going to see one on the floor. So don't go that way yet. We're just going to go down here. One of these guys here, you just hit him with a grenade or something. Kills him in one. And we're going to go up here. There's going to be a story file in here. This is another safe room. So you're going to want to come back here. Anyway. And then directly after that is another story file. And then there's going to be weapon number 2. There's no way you're going to miss this, but you do have to pick it up for it to count. It's the grenade launcher. It's really good. You're going to need it. So head back out the door, down the little ladder there, So we're at the safe room. There's the safe room. Head back out, and this time we are going to go the other way down the tunnel. So we're going backtracking at this point, and then we're going to go left here. There's going to be another one of those guys going to jump out the pipe. There we go. I do apologise for the darkness. I have tried to bump the exposure a bit, or the brightness. But you head under this slurry, and then go around this corner. It's the only thing down here. It's a dead end. I'm just going to grab that. So straight away from that previous one, we're going to move on. So this is the story path. This is the way you should be going, down here. There's another one of those guys. Not done with those yet, unfortunately. There's going to be another Charlie doll. Here he is behind, bobbling his head. Let's take care of him and move on for another lock. So there's the battery you need for the doors. If you head round here, there's going to be a lock. We're going to be using that battery to get into a sort of secret room. Well, it's not secret, but it's an extra room. So we're going to be doing that afterwards. Unfortunately, I can't pick that up. And then there's going to be the story file behind you after the locker. And now we're going to head back to where we slid down initially. That's where we dropped into this area. I'm going to go up this ladder. Now we have the battery. Make sure you took the battery as well. You do need that to progress the story, so you will have done. So I've already opened all these doors up. So essentially you're going to put the battery in here, and it opens the doors, but it only opens the door while the battery is still in. So you're going to have to come round and get it. And that's what we're going to do. Another one of those guys appears there. I'm going to come around here. I've already unlocked this. So you unlock that door there, and you're able to come and get this battery. You do need to do this anyway. But there is an extra room here which has a hip pouch in. You're supposed to go left now, but we're going to go right and open this room up. And get the hip pouch. After that, we're going to be going back out. So I've taken the battery out. This is the room where the hip pouch was. There's the gate we came through. We're just going to be carrying on now. I've already put the battery in the door down here. You're going to come this way. This is the way you're supposed to go. I cannot get down this ladder. And then there's the battery. You're going to put it in here. Oh no, I haven't already. I thought I'd already left it in. Guess not. Wanted the full experience. So you're going to head in here. That's the battery done with. Go head halfway up these stairs, turn around. You're going to find another Charlie doll. So outside, again, you're going to once you move on, you're going to get chased by Nemesis, and eventually you'll get chased up this scaffolding, up this demolition site, and then you're going to head up to this safe area. There's going to be a story file here. You can't miss this one. You have to come this way. So that's that. And now we're back in Raccoon City again. There's the place that was on fire, the building we were just in. You're gonna recognize this place. This is from Resident Evil 2 if you've played that. This is the gun shop Kendo. He's in the back, but we're just going to help ourselves to this semi-auto barrel for the shotgun. There was a collectible there in the Resident Evil 2 as well. So you're going to go in there, you're going to get Kendo's key, and this is going to let you go through this gate and continue on. And we're going to go and get another Charlie doll. So you're supposed to come this way. We're just taking a shortcut through somebody's house. As soon as you go in, you can see this guy here. And once you've done him, we're going to go upstairs and get another file. And I believe, if I can remember correctly, yes, there's also a lock in here as well. So there's a pretty cool little throwback to the Resident Evil 2 there. We get to see it all again. Obviously it's part of the story. These stories are running parallel. So eventually you'll change to Carlos. You will now be in control of Carlos. This is the first thing you have to do. Well, pretty much the first thing. This is Brad Vickers. You're going to need to kill him. You need to do it for a trophy, which you're going to see pop. And then you also want to grab his ID card. It opens some lockboxes inside the police station. There's the trophy. Two of the three you don't need to open them, but one of them does have a weapon upgrade in it, so it's worth grabbing. Head back here. This is exactly where you started with Carlos, in that graveyard there. You will recognise this if you've played the second one. Resident Evil 2, that is. You're going to head down here into this room. We all know this room. And grab this this email here. Then we've just got one more thing to do outside the police station here. Yes, we are going inside the police station. Most of you probably know that. If you've played Resident Evil 3 before. Anybody new? Here we go. There we go. He's just hidden. He's not really hidden at all. He's just sitting up here on this wall. And then we're going to head inside the infamous police station. And then the door's going to open on the left hand side here. There we go. So he's there. We're inside the police station now. This should all be very familiar. As you come in here, this is the only path you can take. We're very limited. We can't just wander around the police station. And then we're going to grab this. There's one of those lockboxes. It's not needed for a trophy, but it has some stuff in it. Just use the ID card to open it up. And then we're going to go a long way, all the way around here. Into the office, the main office. So everything is the same in here. We're just ahead. It seems that we're ahead in time wise of Resident Evil 2 because you see the police officers get shot there and things like that. So we're going to be coming through here, heading out here and into this this west office here, and there's going to be a lockbox here. This is what you need the ID card for. You don't need it for a trophy, this, because it is just an upgrade. You should already have at least one. This should be your 6th. You do want to get them, they're pretty good, all the upgrades. Also in here is a file. That's just to this left here. And then, of course, there is the safe in the corner, which is the same, exactly the same. So just come in here and open that up. It's going to have a hip pouch in it. So the code is there, it's L9, so left 9, right 15, and then left 7. Nice and simple. You can get that open for a hip pouch. And then we're going to move on to the dark room, the safe room. And there's going to be some stuff in there as well. Just a story file actually, but it is a safe room, so you can save and things. Get rid of any stuff you don't want. So head in here, and directly ahead of you is going to be this thing. This internal memo. Now it's time to go upstairs. Again, this is it's very closed off, this police station. We've only got this sort of west side. Basically the start of Resident Evil 2 is what we've got here. So we're just going to go in here. We do need to come back in here afterwards. We're just going to grab this note. And then we're going to open up this locker here. This one does count. It is the same as is in Resident Evil 2. The same code. It's CAP. So just open that up. And you don't need that. You don't need to pick that up. So that we're going to be going back through there later on. We're just going to head upstairs and open up another locker. Again, it's the same as Resident Evil 2. It's DCM. So we do need to get the battery. You will get the battery for the C4, and then you're going to blow a hole into through the bathroom, sorry, the shower room. Just going to open that. And then we head downstairs. This is where the battery is for the explosive device. It's going to be, so we've come down, back down here. There's West Office that we were in before. And we're going to head into this locker room now. I'm going to grab the battery, but before we do all that, we're just going to get this story file. So there's the locker we've already opened. It's exactly the same as it was from the Resident Evil 2. And then there's a Charlie doll in here as well. You're not going to see me pick the battery up, but essentially it's in one of these lockers. You open all those lockers up using the keypad. Grab the battery, head upstairs, blow a hole in the shower room with the C4, and eventually you'll end up in the STARS office. And once you enter this place, do not leave before grabbing this, because you won't come back here. This is a one and done type thing. You head out that door again, you're not coming back. I can't get this. There we go. But again, if you're doing a second playthrough, you can pick it up if you miss anything. So you can switch back to Jill. You're going to get a phone call or a walkie-talkie call. And then that's exactly where you start. You start next to the tram, the train, subway car there. And you're going to head into this safe room to start with. You're going to have the first note. Very obvious one. He should be dead already. He should go down with one. There he is. I'm going to head through here. And then the second one on the right, you're going to see this Charlie doll here in near these bunk beds. And then straight after that, we're going outside. And we're going to go up this ladder into Clock Tower Plaza. Very near to another boss fight here. Or a proper one to start with, should I say. Before we do that, we're going to head down and get this second bench near the river. And there's going to be a story file. And then one more thing in this area is another Charlie doll. He's up here behind this this van, police van. I think it's a police van, probably an army van. It's green. And that's it for this bit. Now, move the story on greatly. We are Carlos again, and we are in the hospital. So you will do a boss fight with Jill, and you'll end up with the hospital. This is the very start of the hospital. We've just come out that side room there, and we're going to walk down this hallway, and straight ahead of us, there's like a reception bit. There's going to be a pamphlet. You want to grab this. Now we're moving on. So this is another area you can sort of backtrack and move around in pretty freely. You're not going to get chased or anything like that. Obviously there are enemies in here, but Nemesis isn't going to chase you down like Mr. X did, which is kind of a relief. I'm not sure whether I like it, but here we go. There's another Charlie doll. And then we're going to grab another file. It's straight through this door. It's here. So we will be coming back through here later on, because we need to help Jill out. She was in that room at the start. Obviously you will know that by now. Remember this room, we'll be coming back here several times. That lock on the door at the back there. And we're going to head upstairs. Again, it's pretty linear, this place. You're sort of forced into areas. Everything's all sort of blocked off where you can't go anyway. You're going to head outside onto the roof here. And there's going to be a Charlie doll as soon as you go through the door. And then from him, we're going to carry on. Just get the hospital map. I have marked it. It's not needed for a trophy or anything, but it's always nice to have it. Pretty much can't miss it anyway. It's here on this pin board. And this is a safe room next to us on the left. We're just going to head in here and grab a file as well. So that was the map. And then here is a story file. So remember this room as well. I'm going to use this as sort of a starting point as well. I will start outside of it. So you can see here, we're outside the safe room. And there's a safe room. There's the pin board. Now we're going to turn around and we're going to jump out this window. So if you jump out this first window, you're going to land here and get a weapon upgrade. As you jump over into jump over that bench into the next area, there's a key in there. You're going to need to go and grab that for the story purposes. So we're back up at, so you just go back the way you came. You will be on the ground floor. Come back up the stairs again. That was the safe room, and then we're going to head into this this nurse's office. There's something bad went on in here. We'll be back here again, so remember this place as well. This is where we need to use the key. So the key you grabbed opens that room up. So we've been in there, we've got the key out of that room. You should have a key card as well by now. So you went outside, grabbed the key, you got a key card from that room that was locked, which means you can move into here. There's a safe, but before we do that, there's going to be a story file here. So the key card you needed from that previous room, you're going to use on the door on the left hand side. So it's all story related. You do need to go that way and everything. So I'm going to grab this safe quickly here. Just quick 2 times this time. So it's L9 and R3, left 9 and right 3. I'm going to grab this double mag, dual mag for the assault rifle. Very handy indeed. And so you would go to the left. There's a room to the left with a key card that you've got from the nurse's station or the restroom. There's a pretty well hidden little guy here. He's a sneaky one, this one. So once you've gone and got the tape for the tape recorder, you'll head back downstairs. We're back in this room where I told you to remember it before. You use the key card that you also got, use the other room to go into here. You won't need to go in here for any other reason apart from this story file. So you can only come in here once you have that key card from upstairs. So you get the key from outside, get the key card from the nurse's station, then you can come in here. So starting at this place again. So that's the room we were just in, the operating theatre. There's lots of dead zombies. We're going to head in here. Now you have the tape player, you can open this door here with the voice command. The tape player and the tape. And he's dead. But he's got a banquet invitation, so I guess he's not making it. And then this is a story one. This is a file here. You need to go around the corner. It says around the corner from the corpse. It's literally the same room. You need to get that one. It is story. And then you will move back to the reception where Jill is, and you'll need to hold off the enemies. All the zombies are going to come in. So this is right at the back where Jill is lying down. You'll need to hold all the zombies off. It'll be a big fight. One of those big guys is going to bust through that wall, kill him, walk in here and get this hip pouch. And then eventually you will take command of Jill again. This is all story related. Don't worry, I'm not skipping ahead. I'm not missing anything. This will happen. As soon as you wake up, grab that. That is weapon number 3. And now that we are Jill, we can go back through the hospital. So this is where the big fight was, the start. We can go back through the hospital now and open up all the locks. There is one to the right hand side there, but I'm doing that last because that is the exit out of here. We're backtracking to open up all the locks that we missed or couldn't open as Carlos, because Jill is the only one with the lockpick. So that's all we're doing now. The hospital is done. Once you're Jill again, once she's awake, the hospital is done. So we head back. So you will recognise all this. This is where the bobblehead was. This is where the reception was. That's where the dead guy is. Operating theatre. And then this, where there's smashed through the glass, you're going to have this this locker that needs unlocking here. Definitely grab those. And then from that one, we're going to head back this way. So we're still going deeper into the hospital at this point. I'm going to head back upstairs. back outside. All the way around. And then we're going to go into that. So there's the safe room. That's the pin board. This is where we got the key card. He should be dead. Oops. Oh my god. That was bad. So there's where you got the key card, in that door there. And you can get this locker open here. And that's the, now onto the penultimate locker. So hopefully you opened this shortcut door up. It was a yellow door out of the room. So if you didn't open this shortcut room that I used, just go in through that door and then turn right through the door behind the desk, and you'll end up in this room eventually. It's where the two guys were, two big guys that you got the tape recorder, the tape, sorry. Just in the corner here is going to be the penultimate lock, and then the last lock is the one right back at the reception. So go all the way back downstairs to the reception. Before we do that though, we're going to jump out of another window and get the mag. There we go. We're going to go down here. You may have noticed this. You can't crawl through it as Carlos. But Jill can fit. So you just sneak through here. We haven't been here as Carlos. There's just this window here. You can jump out this window. It's going to drop us into the bottom garden. And then we're going to be looking for a box here. It's not locked, so it doesn't count. Just flip it open and get the Desert Eagle out. And that will be the final weapon of the game. And there we go. So you don't need to worry about collecting any more weapons. And then we're right back at reception here. This is where Jill was sick, in this room here. And we're now leaving the hospital now. So make sure you've done everything. This was the final lock on the door on the right hand side here. So you will get the trophy for that. You'll get RE or Master of Unlocking once you've unlocked that door. And now we're leaving the hospital. One more doll. I'm going to make our way out here. And we're going towards a lift. But don't get on the lift right away. Before that, there's going to be a forklift truck here. And just on the forks on the lift bit is going to be our doll. And that's it. That's the hospital done. We're going to use this big lift that was in front of us, and that will take us down into the underground storage. So there's the lift we took down. There's this lift here, which is going to take us up to the safe room. So you have to come up here. And this is going to have the final hit pouches in it. Don't expect to get a trophy once you pick this up. You only needed to pick one up for a trophy. We've just got them all anyway. But next to that is going to be another file. Really obvious one, this one. So you're going to move on, and then all the lights are going to cut out in the next room directly ahead of you, and you'll need to drop down this ladder here, and you'll see this container. The dogs will attack you from here, and then you need to move around here. This is where you're trying to get the fuses. You're heading towards the second fuse at this point. You're going to kill this guy, and you need to head through this little gap. You need to come this way, so don't worry, you're not going to miss it. And then you need to turn round to the right, and here he is, bobbling his head. He has no idea what's going on. And then next to that, there's going to be this scissor lift. Use these controls here to drop it down. And we're going to get another weapon upgrade. Again, not needed for a trophy, but it's always nice to have them. There we go. So in this lockbox, it's not locked, so it doesn't count. Obviously, we're done with locks at this point, so that is obvious. There we go. A shell holder for the shotgun. So from that lockbox, we're going to head up these steps here, and we're going to grab another story file. And that's going to be it for this fuse bit. So remember, you need to do a timed run in this area grabbing the fuses. I haven't done a video at the time of recording this, but there will be one maybe by the time you're watching this. I am doing one, I'm saying maybe because it might not be ready yet. So once you've got the fuses done, you're going to head up the lift where the guy was. This is the lift. You're going to come up into this control room, which is also a safe room. Head round to the front here. You're going to find another lockbox. Well, not locked, but another box. And it's going to have the final weapon upgrade in it. Again, no trophy. You only needed one of these for a trophy. Same room. You're going to interact with this monitor. So that's the underground place you were at before. There's the lockbox. And then, there we go. Interact with that. It's going to set off a cutscene, so you need to do that one anyway. And then, things are going to happen. People are going to die. And you're here. This is going to be, you're in Nest 2 now. This is the facility. You're going to come into this safe room. That place where we started there is the very first corridor. You will be in there. And you'll walk right to the end and you'll grab this. It is a file and it is also a map as well. They're not separate. But anyway. I'm going to head outside of this safe room now and head upstairs. And then to the left here, this little secret bit. It's not really a secret, but you don't need to come down here apart from to get this file. The guy's fallen on it. You can still make it out though. So from him, that's the guy. This is the same alleyway. We're going to head into the chamber here where the beds are. This is where you need to mix up the antidote. Can't do that just yet. The vaccine, should I say. So once you've grabbed that one off there, there's a little guy on this place here. You wouldn't necessarily need to come out of here because you can't go anywhere. We'll need to go all the way around. So in the same room, this is the same room where you do the vaccine. There's the bed where we got the thing. There's the guy. You're going to get a USB out of there. You need to grab that. It's a USB key that opens the doors. It overrides the doors. You're going to use it to override the door below us. So we're heading back downstairs where the safe room is to the right. We're going to go to the left. I've already put it in, but we're going to put it in that lock there. You're going to put the USB key into this room with all the body bags and grab this story file here. Getting really close to the end here now. From that one, head upstairs into the where you grab the solution from, and there's going to be a file here, and then there's going to be our final Charlie doll. If you head into this side room, he's just sort of hiding out here, so you'll get the trophy there once you've shot him. There we go. I managed to do that as number 20 as well. Right, so this is, you're going to grab the vaccine or part of the vaccine from there. It's the same room we were just in. Here's the room with all the body bags. You're going to head downstairs. Lots of pale heads in here as well. Take quite a few shots. I'm going to head round here. So you need to come this way again. But as soon as you go through that door, go to the right. Find this poor guy here. Dying message. So from him, again, story, you need to come this way. You're going to head down these steps. And then you're going to hit this thing behind us to open that door ahead of us. So you go back here, you're going to push that one in, that will be red. Push that in, it'll open this door up. And we need to carry on all the way to the other end and take the lift up. And then once at the top, hook round to the left. So that's the room. That's where we got that bobblehead before, that on the walkway. We've had to come all the way around. We took the long way around. Couldn't just jump across. Anyway, you go in here and you're going to grab this, and then you're going to grab the part of the vaccine. Come on, part of the vaccine from the thing on the left hand side there. And then eventually you'll get to this safe room. Again, things will happen once you've cultured the vaccine. You've made it in that first room. You head to this safe room, so you're going to head here, part of the story, you're not going to miss it. Grab that one. Same thing again. Fights are going to happen. We're getting towards the end here. You're going to get forced into this safe room as well. Can't miss this one. And then that's that one. So those last two, you will get there. Just follow the story. And then this is the final fight. It has been taken care of at this point. That's amazing. Yeah, you'll enjoy doing that. And then you head up this ladder, grab this final story file, and that's it. That's all trophies taken care of, all collectibles. Right, hope this one has helped. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, it helps me out. Right, thanks very much. I'll see you on the next one.